She didn't lose interest in you. She never felt it begin. And the part that hurts the most? You were trying your hardest the entire time. Listen carefully. Attraction isn't built on effort. It's built on emotional impact. Most men walk into a woman's world thinking if they say the right words, do the right things, and prove they're good enough, she'll eventually feel something. But desire doesn't grow from logic. It grows from tension, uncertainty, and emotional contrast. As a psychologist, I've watched this pattern repeat itself endlessly. A man becomes predictable too quickly. He offers clarity where mystery should live. He gives reassurance before she's even decided if she wants him. And without realizing it, he removes the very thing that creates attraction, curiosity. A woman doesn't desire a man because he's available. She desires him because she feels something when she's around him that she doesn't feel with others. Something she can't fully explain. Something that slightly unsettles her in a way that feels alive. If she's not interested right now, it's not because you lack value. It's because she hasn't felt your value. You've shown it in ways that register logically, but not emotionally. And here's the truth most men aren't ready to hear. The more you try to convince her, the less she feels. Desire isn't something you negotiate your way into. It's something you trigger without asking permission. You think she rejected you, but what she actually rejected was the version of you that felt too easy to understand. When a woman meets you, her mind is scanning for emotional stimulation, not just compatibility. She's asking herself, how do I feel in his presence? Not, does he like me enough? And this is where most men quietly lose the moment. They make her the center of the interaction before she's earned that position. You reply too fast. You reveal too much. You lean in emotionally before she even takes a step. And instead of creating intrigue, you create certainty. Safe, predictable certainty. And while that sounds like something women want, it's not what creates desire in the early stages. Desire feeds on the unknown, on subtle tension, on the feeling that there's more beneath the surface that hasn't been revealed yet. Think about this. When she doesn't fully understand you, her mind starts working. She wonders. She replays conversations. She tries to read between your words. That mental engagement is what begins to pull her in. Not your effort, not your consistency, not your availability. But when you give her everything up front, there's nothing left for her to discover. And the moment there's nothing left to discover, there's nothing left to feel. You don't build desire by showing her everything you are. You build it by allowing her to experience you in layers, slowly, unpredictably, and with just enough distance to keep her leaning in. Here's the truth most men never admit to themselves. Women aren't drawn to what you say. They're drawn to what you make them feel. It's not compliments, gifts, or endless attention that spark desire. It's emotional friction, that tiny pulse of excitement mixed with uncertainty that keeps her thinking about you long after you're gone. She doesn't want a safe harbor right away. She wants a storm she can't predict, a presence that challenges her mind and stirs her emotions. This is where so many men fail. They confuse kindness with attraction, patience with weakness, and availability with connection. You can be the nicest, most generous man in the world, and if you never trigger the emotional chemistry she craves, she'll quietly drift away. Or worse, stay near without desire, which is a silent rejection that hurts more than an outright no. You need to understand the subtle ways a woman's mind links feelings to attraction. A raised eyebrow, a fleeting smile, a confident pause. These micro moments trigger her nervous system. Desire is a physiological reaction as much as a psychological one. You can't force it, but you can create conditions where it inevitably grows. Start by stepping back. Allow space. Speak less about yourself, and instead stir thoughts, curiosity, and reflection in her mind. Create contrasts, warmth, then distance. Attention, then subtle absence. Let her feel tension without fear, intrigue without pressure, and gradually, she will begin to associate your presence with that addictive pulse of feeling. Desire doesn't need explanation. It needs orchestration. And that's exactly what most men never learn. Most men think desire is a sprint. They push, they chase, they try to convince. But real desire is a slow burn. It's built on contrasts, unpredictability, and emotional depth. A woman begins to crave a man not because he's perfect, but because he makes her feel alive in ways no one else can. Here's what that means for you. You must stop trying to earn her attraction through effort alone. Stop telling yourself that doing more, saying more, or giving more will tip the scales. Desire responds to presence, to subtle power, and to a man who owns his life outside of her approval. When you stop leaning, when you stop over-investing, she will start leaning in. The shift is invisible at first. Her glances, her tone, the questions she asks. But it's there, and it's magnetic. Mastering this is about understanding the balance. Enough warmth to intrigue, enough distance to challenge, enough mystery to compel her mind to chase. You don't need manipulation, you need precision, awareness, and the courage to let her curiosity pull her toward you. And here's the hardest truth. Desire is earned in absence, not in presence. The man who can step back without panic, who can stay grounded in his own value, is the man a woman's mind starts to chase. She notices him more when he's not desperate, more when he's confident in his world outside hers, more when he's unpredictable in all the right ways. Now, here's a challenge for you. Think of the last time you chased, the last time you begged, the last time you over-explained. Multiply that by 0. That's the emotional equation you need to understand. Write the answer in the comments, then like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs to hear this truth.